Alright, fellas. So, we made a video over the best starting build in Scum. So, this is going to be the most friendly, new to the game Scum build that I can really consider showing you for the most part for point 0.9. We had a big video over it from me showing you how we did this, basically. But the video was like an hour long and apparently had some issues with recording, so kind of fell apart. So instead, I'm just going to make this and show you the character that we did in that video right at the end of all of his leveling. Essentially, we came in, spawned outside of the big city to the west, hit two small areas, and then came over here to the big city. And we used a DLC character, so it reduced the time, or it increased the time that it took us to get to this stage. But the best build in Scum starting out, probably what I would recommend for new players trying to learn the game or experience the game. Also, even for a veteran player going into like some PvP action, like if you don't have a specialized build, this is probably the best generic build that you're going to get. So really 2.5, 3.5, 3.5, 2.5 on your stats. Out of this, you can go medium in brawling or medium in melee. I would say go medium in brawling because it's more flexible. It's better for your archery and also for carrying backpacks. And then melee is just simpler to level up in game overall. And then you want basic rifles, which is going to help you with your crossbow usage and rifle usage early, as well as give you access to the craftable scope, which is something that if you're interested in sniping or using optics early game, this could be very big for you. Then we have basic archery, so with 2.5 in strength and basic archery, you can use a 100-pound recurve bow. So with that, it's going to give you access to any bow that you want to use in the game early. So if you happen to run across the 100-pound, you can use it, which is very nice. And then on here, because every now and then when you find bows and it's like you'll find a 100-pound and it's like, oh crap, I need to level up my archery. But yeah, this is going to help you out a lot. The other thing is that this is going to allow you to at least be competent with the bow as soon as you go into combat and not have to worry about getting ran over. So being able to use the basics of a bow and arrow is just fine. It's good. Then we have Constitution. You're going to go advanced running for maximum running speed, running efficiency, and all that with basic endurance. This basically is going to let you level this up in like 30-something hours. If you wanted to get into the advanced part of leveling up your skills later, this build's also very balanced to fully max everything out in 30 hours. So I did take that into consideration, although your combat stats are not really balanced to level out in 30 hours. So keep that into mind. Dexterity-wise, we're going medium thievery. This is going to allow you to get the really solid all-around thing for crowbarring. So if you get your strength leveled up, you're going to have enough thievery to crowbar pretty nicely, but also access, basically going to help you lockpick any of the basic PvE lockers. You're going to be able to get loot off the map by yourself, is essentially what I'm saying here. This is going to get you access to almost all of the loot that you'd want and the ability to pick more advanced locks if you do happen to get good at lockpicking and have the advanced lockpicking tool. Demolition-wise, this gives us access to the pipe bomb, so you can make your own grenades early, you can make your own mines early, you can make the explosive arrows immediately starting into the game. All that stuff is very, very good, as well as help you out when you start using the bomb practice tool. So that's big. And then medium stealth, this is going to mean that you need like 30 hours to get this up, but this is going to help you early game inside of the abandoned bunkers if you don't really know, and sneaking around puppets in the open world if you want to sneak around and not draw a lot of attention. All that stuff's very, very good. And then when we go to the intelligence tree, 2.5 means you're going to need one intelligence upgrade to get all these past advanced. But medium medical is going to be good enough for you to heal yourself, keep yourself alive in emergencies early game. Then you're basically going to be it's like 10 seconds slower, less in like stabilization or something like that, and like one or two more rags to heal compared to like advanced medical. So it's not a big deal. You're going to get to advanced medical easily enough. And once we get access to alcohol, you can level this up all the way to advanced, just setting on the ground for 10 hours if you want to, or level it up in game if you want. Either of those is fine. Uh, then when you start the game, you're going to start with 60% into basic awareness, which will be right about in here. Then you'll see that we just crafted all these supplies. We got it to basic. So this is why I'm saying to do it. You're going to go 60% into basic survival. All right. And then you're going to go 80% into basic engineering. All right. That's the build. And then this is the character after we set up our gear. So what you do is you come in and you're going to build basically your axe. You're going to get a stone knife, build an axe, potentially 2 axes. You can build a spear if you want, a bow. You're going to build 2 backpacks and a quiver before all this is done. But start with a backpack and a quiver. You're going to build a few stacks of arrows. Okay? And then you're going to go through and get a second backpack that you're going to build after killing puppets and start building rag bundles. Okay? And essentially, you can level these up quickly in game. I mean, it isn't going to be that hard. You're going to have to do like, I don't know, 10 trees or something process to level this all the way up. But with 2 trees, we can get 20%. So 10 trees, you can do 100. But the thing is, it's going to slow down your game and also burn a lot of excess calories. So we had to run with the DLC character to find puppets and things. So we burned through 50% of our calories doing all that. So when you start the game, if you're going to sit there and chop down trees and chop down 10 of them, you're increasing your early game time by a lot and your calorie burn. So by the time you're done with all that, you're going to have to make more axes and all that stuff as well, so your weapons are going to break. And then you're going to have to try and find food, and you're not going to have the awareness and survival skills. So this right here is going to be able to give you your base directions, even though you can use the sun and stuff for directions. Base directions is good. And then basically the basic awareness, you don't need it for hunting, but even an experienced hunter like me, if there's a lot of uh, foliage on the ground, it can cover up some of the tracks. So even though you're really good at hunting, if you can't visually see because of the foliage on the ground, that's going to affect your ability to hunt, and you're going to lose those. And you need to be able to hunt and get your food guaranteed at the very beginning. So if you're a really experienced hunter, I would even still recommend this, because certain areas like south of B2 Castle and stuff, the ground is super thick, and you just can't see the clue all the time. So good to have that. And now the second part of this is when we go to the crafting menu. This is why we're actually using this, um, which means that we get access to all of the crafting components that we want at the very beginning of the game. So we can craft all the basic stuff, but now you're going to get access to all of the metal tools that you want in the game, all of the fishing supplies that you'd want in the game, the water bucket if in case you needed to carry some liquid in a bucket. You get access to the basic shotgun, basic pistol, the fishing line, the metal arrows, which is a big one for like primal survival low like servers. The improvised scope you can get access to, all of the rails that you need to get access to early, the suppressors, the explosive mines, the pipe bombs, the motion sensors, cartridge traps, detonators, and then more importantly here, you're also getting access to the basic lock to claim a building early. You're getting access to the basic armor that you need in survival tier early to get access to all these things, as well as all of the other survival tools that are really nice for low loot, and the primitive compass, so you can see your directions, which can be very helpful. Not that you need it on normal servers and stuff, but on hardcore servers or servers that have long nights, even I can have trouble finding my directions. So basic survival would at least give me an idea of where I'm going, but this compass would allow me to hunt at night a lot easier as well. And then the other thing to note is that this is going to give you access to the building components of the wheelbarrow early. So you're going to be able to get your basic engineering done quickly, and then instead of leveling basic engineering on your first couple nights of play, you're going to be able to go immediately to this wheelbarrow and level up to medium engineering very quickly. So right now, this isn't even the finished stats, but early game, we don't care about medium engineering. We're trying to get loot. But your first night or so of play, you're going to be able to go in here and level that up using the wheelbarrow blueprint and get access to the metal detector, all of the crafted ammo for the basic stuff that you need in the game, the shotgun ammo. The 50 cal ammo is the big one for me, but you also get the improvised rail, which can help you mount scopes and sights, which is going to help you with your sniping, the improvised oil suppressor, the claymore, and the C4 bomb. So at this point, you are basically a full package character within 1 day of play. And hopefully you'll try this out. I'm sorry that I couldn't get the video the way that I recorded it accessed on here. I actually went through and showed everything, but this is a shorter version, simply going over it. Probably the best overall starting build that you could have in the game for getting a character off the ground and learning the game early. The other thing I could say is that although this isn't fully min-maxed for advanced plus skill leveling, this is a very, very solid start. Like, even a competitive player, like, if I was going to use this, and I could use this, even for, like, I'm probably still going to use it for my starting builds, just because it's just the ease of access for me, where I don't have to, like, set and not do anything when I start hitting, like, getting into the game. I can do literally anything that I want. I think this is probably the best overall general build in Scum if you're not going to specialize into something. And even if you're going to be a PvP lockpicker, just take the stealth out, put it in thievery. You got advanced thievery, boom, you're PvP, and you just level the stealth up. It's going to take you like 6 or 7 hours to get back to this medium level. And in that same period of time, you could have had like 40% to advanced stealth. Um, the only other thing to really note is that if you're going to level the strength, getting your survival backpacks or 2 hiking backpacks are going to help you level this strength up a lot faster. So strength and endurance um, with the 2 hiking backpacks, logs, branches, that's going to give you basically 30 hours to 4.5 strength and your uh, basically almost maxed endurance. And it will also level your camouflage skill at the same time. So that's what you should know about that for the most part. So y'all guys have a great one. Try out the build. Tell me what you think. And hopefully y'all have a lot of fun in Scum.